The first contact you make with nanny agencies or families directly is really important. The families and the agencies are making decisions about you on how you react, how you communicate, and how proactive you are. This week, I'm going to give you a real-life example of what happened to me this week when a nanny didn't show up for her interview and how she reacted. If we haven't met before, I'm Michelle Kelsey, founder of the Nanny Solution by Nannies on Call. I'm bringing you videos to help you educate and inspire you to get better jobs and make more money. Let's dive into this real-world example today. So on our website, you can apply for our nanny positions as a nanny agency. So you can see the families that we're looking for and you can send us an application. Sometimes those nannies have files with us, and that's great, but sometimes they don't. So when they don't have a file with us and we haven't yet interviewed them and pre-screened them like we do for families, they get the following email. Dear Veronique, thank you for your application and the job number. Your file is not yet complete. To complete your file, please contact vancouver@nanniesoncall.com. Once we receive all your documents, you will be able to reapply for this position. And then the contact information and our phone number. So we've left clear instructions on what to do next so that they can apply, because we want nannies, we want great nannies applying. This is what she emailed back. Hi, what should I do to complete my file? My cell is, and the phone number, thanks Veronique. First of all, she didn't follow the instructions. She emailed info@the Nanny Solution, but in the instructions it said to email Vancouver. Not a huge thing, but we are tracking this, right? That's not that big a deal yet, because they're all coming back to us. And we got back to her, and what we said was, we'd love to meet you for an interview and please book a time. So we have a calendar that the nannies can book interview times on, and she did that, which is great. So she booked a time and she received this email, which I'm not going to read the whole thing of because it's way too long, but it's basically our instructions once you've booked an interview on how to proceed. And a couple of the key points are in here. One is, we reconfirm the time. As you can see, we look forward to meeting you on March 1st at 10:45. And then it says you should have already received a confirmation with a Zoom link. If you have not received this, please let us know immediately. This is really important because email's not perfect. The calendar that we use isn't perfect. Sometimes emails get lost, whatever it is. So we want to make sure you know you got a separate email and that you're going to email us, or that you're going to contact us if you don't have the confirmation, because then you're going to miss your appointment. The next thing it says is, if this is your first time using Zoom, please test it out before our interview so you know you can ensure you know how it works. If you have not used Zoom before, you will be required to download the app, and it's free. If you're having trouble logging in, please call me immediately. It has my name and my phone number. Easy peasy, right? No problem. We give you instructions on how to do it. And about 95% of the nannies follow it. This is really important because as a nanny, one of your jobs is going to be to follow the parent's instruction. We are actually testing following instructions here so we can see how nannies do it. And again, most nannies have no problem with this step. Unfortunately, this nanny did not make her interview. I think I've shown you before in another video, but I send a standard email. I wait 5 minutes. It used to be that in person we gave very little wiggle room for being late because you can be 10 minutes early, you can sit in the waiting room. Now, due to COVID, all of our videos are via Zoom, but I still give a 5-minute grace period because you know what? Sometimes it doesn't connect properly. Sometimes Zoom's having problems. It happens and we understand. So I wait 5 minutes, but after 5 minutes I hang up and I send the following email. Hi Veronique, I'm sorry you were not able to make it to the interview you scheduled with me at 10:45. It would have been helpful if you had sent an email saying you were unavailable so that I could have scheduled a different time. My schedule is quite busy, and as a courtesy email, it would have been much appreciated. If your absence was due to some sort of emergency or miscommunication on our part, please contact us and we can try to reschedule. Again, a bit of a grace period. We understand things happen and sometimes you don't make it to the interview. We do have a general policy that says you can't come back or we don't offer second interviews. But of course, the way a nanny handles it moving forward from here is what we can take into consideration. So the next email is incredibly important. The other thing is she has my phone number. She could call and have a conversation, but she hasn't done any of that. She's just responded with the following email. Hi, Michelle. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm available and I'm waiting at home for a video Zoom with you. Thanks. Okay, that's fine. But when she says waiting at home, it says to me she hasn't logged on, she hasn't clicked the link that we sent her, she hasn't done any of that. So my next question was, hi Veronique, did you follow the instructions we sent and click the link to join the Zoom video interview? That's all I said. And then she said back, I just noticed that my Zoom app had the cellular data off, so I put it back. Sorry, I'm not familiar with Zoom. It's my second time using it. I didn't click the link to join because I didn't know. Sorry about my misunderstanding. Can we please reschedule? In this case, unfortunately, we're not able to reschedule. The reason we don't reschedule is because, again, these are the tips moving forward, but being proactive, she just sat there and waited and didn't contact me when the video interview didn't start. So we're looking for proactive nannies. If something goes wrong, they know how to handle it right away. She didn't read all the information we sent her. So again, communication and being able to follow instructions. All the instructions were in the multiple emails, and I didn't show you all the emails, but they get a video email confirmation with the date and time and the instructions on how to use Zoom as well. So that was in her email confirmation. So didn't read that. And handling a difficult situation. That is going to come up at work. Whether it's dealing with a family and the parents or dealing with the situation with the children, you have to be able to think on your feet. And these are all things that this nanny so far has not shown us. I don't even have to look at this nanny's resume to know she is not a good fit for Nannies on Call and the Nanny Solution. Being good with kids is only a portion of what you need as a nanny. I emailed back a very simple, I'm sorry, we're not able to offer you a second interview at this time. That's what I emailed back. This is what she said back. That is ridiculous. The old way of calling would have worked. I guess you have no jobs and lots of nannies. Be more human and not tech cold ass. Okay, here's the end. This is the last email we received. And of course, now this nanny's burned a bridge. So there are so many lessons to be learned here. Being proactive is important. If something's not going right, you need to figure out how to fix it immediately. 2, communication, making sure you're communicating clearly and you're understanding what's being communicated to you. If you don't understand what's being communicated to you, ask before the time that you need to either be at the interview or something's happening at work. Make sure you're clear. Don't burn bridges. Burning bridges is only going to leave you without options in the future. She could have just emailed back and said, I'm really sorry for missing the interview. I hope to have another opportunity in the future. Because other jobs are going to come in, and I can guarantee you this nanny will apply again in the future because we see it all the time, and we will have notes on our file that say do not hire. Presenting yourself as the professional nanny that you are is really important. And I'd love to say this is an unusual case and we don't see this, but we see it every week. We see responses like this every week. It's not how you behave when things are going well, it's how you behave when things are going poorly. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those moments where nannies are under pressure to see how they behave. And this nanny didn't behave like a professional nanny. I'd love to say this is a one-off case, but it just isn't. We see this at the agency every week. So make sure you're behaving in a professional manner that doesn't close doors for the future. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.